Abdullah Bateri. Although this was Afzal Khan's real name, over time he became popularly known as Afzal Khan. Originally from Afghanistan, he was one of the chief military commanders of the Adil Shahis of Bijapur. He was skilled in warfare, with long arms. Since the 1630s, he had been in Karnataka, working with Randullah Khan and Shivaji. The Shahis, who had conquered many kingdoms and expanded their empire, entrusted him with the responsibility of ensuring that Aurangzeb did not attack their kingdom. Afzal Khan was the Subadar of Y province, which included Jawali, a place attacked by Shivaji. He understood the fickle nature of Deshmukhs and other local officials and could easily win them over to his side if he wished. He had a reputation that instilled fear in his opponents. Both Begum Badi Sahiba and Ali Adil Shah of Bijapur relied on him for any crucial task. He would mercilessly attack opponents and complete his sultan's work. In 1639, promising safety and peace, he brutally killed Kasturi Rangan, the ruler of Sira in Karnataka. This is recorded in the Muhammad Nama, the official record of Muhammad Adil Shah's reign. After the death of Muhammad Adil Shah, internal conflicts erupted in the Adil Shahi dynasty over succession. 3 military commanders were assassinated one after another on the orders of Badi Sahiba. Among these 3, Afzal Khan had a bitter enmity with Khan Muhammad. It is said that Afzal Khan conspired to murder Khan Muhammad. During Aurangzeb's siege of Bijapur, Khan Muhammad remained loyal to the Bijapur Sultanate, but Afzal Khan, eager to eliminate him, whispered to Badi Sahiba that Khan Muhammad had shifted his allegiance to Aurangzeb. Khan Muhammad was stabbed to death in the middle of the street. Afzal Khan portrayed himself as the protector of Islam and would raid Hindu temples and loot them. According to a Portuguese captain stationed in northern Konkan in 1664, Afzal Khan ordered the destruction of all Hindu temples in Chul. Shivaji began to suspect that Afzal Khan harbored hatred against his family. In fact, both Afzal Khan and Shivaji had worked together in the Adil Shahi army. Over time, the relationship between Afzal Khan and Shivaji deteriorated. In 1648, when the Adil Shahis ordered Shivaji's arrest on suspicion of disloyalty, it was Afzal Khan who chained Shivaji and dragged him to Bijapur. Additionally, it is believed that Afzal Khan was involved in the killing of Shivaji's elder son, Sambhaji, in the Battle of Kanagiri. Shivaji, Jijabai, and Shivaji knew this. In the Battle of Kanagiri, both Sambhaji and Afzal Khan were present. However, when Sambhaji unexpectedly got into trouble, Afzal Khan did not rush to his aid. Instead, he deliberately delayed. Badi Sahiba sent a message to Shivaji, who was in Bangalore, saying, "You must control your son," to which Shivaji replied, "Sahiba, he is no longer under my control. I remain a loyal servant of the Bijapur Sultan. Shivaji may be my son, but if you wish to attack him, I will not intervene." Shivaji Maharaj would recall how Afzal Khan mistreated his father and played a role in his brother Sambhaji's death whenever he heard Afzal Khan's name. He named his son Sambhaji in memory of his deceased brother. Saibai, who was in poor health, gave birth to a child who died 2 years later in 1659. Shivaji barely had time to mourn his partner's death, as Afzal Khan had already become a threat to the Maratha Empire. As per the orders of Adil Shah, Afzal Khan decided to attack Shivaji. In the Bijapur court, he declared, "What is this Shivaji to me? I will not even dismount my horse. I will chain him and drag him here." The court chroniclers have written about his boasting. Aurangzeb himself recorded that Afzal Khan's mother worked as a cook. Afzal Khan, who was around 40 years old at the time, attacked Shivaji, who was only 29. According to the historian Sabasad, Afzal Khan marched on the Maratha Empire with an infantry and a cavalry force of 12,000 strong. However, Bijapur records state that the cavalry force was 10,000. As per the official historian Nurullah in the Bijapur court, the order given by Adil Shah to Afzal Khan was as follows. Ali Adil Shah, who is committed to propagating the Mohammedan religion, believes that if he does not burn the Hindu enemy with the strength of his sword, it will not be accomplished. Therefore, he appointed Afzal Khan for this task, providing him with a cavalry force of 10,000 and entrusted him with the responsibility of teaching Shivaji a lesson and banishing him. Afzal Khan was instructed not to accept Shivaji's usual peace pretenses under any circumstances. In short, Bijapur's Adil Shahis had decided to kill Shivaji. Thus, in April 1659, Afzal Khan began his Mission Shivaji, marching towards Y, a place he had previously governed. As mentioned earlier, Jawali was part of the Y region. Afzal Khan decided to camp with his army in the open area. This place on the southern edge of Jawali was a stone's throw from the fort Shivaji had recently captured. By doing this, Afzal Khan sent a warning to the Marathas. Exactly a month after leaving Bijapur, Adil Shah sent an order related to this matter to Kanoji Jeddah, the Deshmukh of Kari area in Pune district. From the beginning, Shivaji has been displaying his narrow-minded attitude, causing trouble for Muslims living in the Konkan region under the Nizam Shahis. He has been attacking our people without any reason. Not only that, but he has also captured many forts in that region. Hence, we have entrusted the responsibility of driving him out to our most valiant soldier, Afzal Khan. As part of this, we have appointed him as the governor of that region and provided him with a powerful military force. Therefore, you must obey his orders and carry out the tasks he assigns as a loyal servant. Through this, we must defeat Shivaji and uproot him completely. No matter who is on Shivaji's side or where they come from, if they confront us, they should be killed without hesitation. This was an attempt by the Adil Shahis to win over the Deshmukhs who were on Shivaji's side. Advancing towards Y, Afzal Khan wrote letters to Shivaji Jeddah, son of Kanoji Jeddah, and Vitoji Haibatrao of Gunjan Mawal, stating, "The Maratha Brahmin Krishna Bhaskar Kulkarni, who will soon go as my envoy to Shivaji, has spoken very highly of both of you. Hence, both of you must come to our side now. If you do so, you will be granted appropriate rewards." Similar letters were sent to other Deshmukhs as well. Thus, weaving his tactics, by July 1659, Afzal Khan reached Pratapgad fort on the western edge of Jawali, which Shivaji had newly built. In the following days, even though Shivaji and his family stayed at Pratapgad fort, Afzal Khan did not launch a direct attack. This was due to Prataprao Moore, who assured Afzal that if he first conquered the Jawali region, he could easily capture Pratapgad fort with his help. This was because of Prataprao's personal animosity towards Shivaji. For Afzal, it was like a treat falling into his lap. On the other hand, the remaining Deshmukhs with Shivaji began to fear that the Bijapur army would overwhelm them and turn them against Shivaji. Kanoji Jeddah immediately informed Shivaji about this. To this, Shivaji Maharaj advised, "You have been friends with Afzal for a long time, so you should go when he calls you. However, do not go directly. Send someone on your behalf to find out the situation. If you go yourself, there is a higher chance of him deceiving you." Instead of going to Afzal, Kanoji Jeddah directly approached Shivaji and expressed, "I do not seek any authority. I have already promised your father to serve you." He poured water on his right hand, symbolically showing that he had no desire for power. Pleased by his loyalty, Shivaji immediately assured the safety of his family in Talagaon and promised to take responsibility for the well-being of Kanoji's entire lineage. Shivaji Maharaj said, "Yes, once I trust someone, I will stand by them no matter what." Meanwhile, Afzal Khan, advancing towards Y, destroyed all the Hindu temples he came across on the way and looted traders to manage his army's expenses. According to historians, he damaged the idols of Vithala of Pandharpur and Bhavani of Tuljapur. One historian of the Adil Shahi court recorded that Afzal Khan was ordered to conduct barbaric attacks without mercy on all the places belonging to Shivaji, including areas north of Y, creating chaos. The dust raised by the horses in his army would blind the enemy. Afzal Khan's army killed anyone they encountered, while some managed to escape with their lives. Afzal did all this to intimidate Shivaji and make him come to Y, where he planned to either capture or kill Shivaji alive. However, Shivaji Maharaj, being a brilliant strategist, decided not to go there under any circumstances. Instead, he planned to lure Afzal into the dense forests of Jawali. Knowing that Shivaji was not one to be easily frightened, Afzal began to speak in friendly terms. Shivaji, being even more cunning, played along, pretending to be intimidated by Afzal's gigantic stature, strength, and military force. Thus, amidst the strategies and counter-strategies, the dense forest became the witness to the historic encounter between a giant, ruthless, and cunning figure. In 1659, Afzal sent a few letters to Shivaji, stating, You have recently defied the Shahis and captured their territories, incurring their wrath. The Adil Shahis have sent me against you. You do not stand a chance against the Shahis. So I have come with a vast army, sign my peace proposal, and follow my commands to save your life. I am a good friend of your father, and I have known you for a long time. Come and meet me directly. I will negotiate with the Shah and secure some territories for you." In response to this, Shivaji wrote, "Your bravery is a fireball for others. In this world, you are a genuine jewel. Your character is devoid of deceit or betrayal. Come here, you must see the beauty of Jawali. I surrender, giving you all my forts. I will offer you the sword in my hand, as I truly cannot meet your gaze." Reading this letter, Afzal proudly agreed to come to the Jawali region. This marked the beginning of Shivaji's cunning and diplomatic victory. To ensure that Afzal's army did not face any trouble, Shivaji informed his troops. As Afzal and his army advanced towards Jawali, they camped in a village named Par near Pratapgad. Further, on November 10, 1659, a meeting between Shivaji and Afzal was scheduled at a camp below Pratapgad fort. It was decided that Afzal and Shivaji would not bring any weapons, could only have 3 or 4 bodyguards each, and only 10 soldiers each. Shivaji should welcome Afzal with gifts, and there should be no one else in the private conversation. These preliminary conditions were set only on paper, not necessarily to be followed. It is important to remember that Afzal intended to kill Shivaji by any means, while Shivaji was also prepared to eliminate Afzal if any error occurred. As the meeting day approached, Shivaji instructed his troops to be ready to ambush the enemy army in the dense forest at the first sign of danger from Afzal's forces. Another one of Shivaji's clever tactics was to ask Afzal to send some of his men to the fort under the pretext of giving them gifts. Afzal obliged, and Shivaji treated these men with hospitality, ensuring their stay at his palace. Among those who came were notable soldiers like Yaqut Khan, Hassan Khan, Mus Khan, Ankush Khan, and Mambaji Bhonsle, all close to Afzal. As days passed, the historic day of November 10, 1659, arrived. The venue befitting the guests' honor was splendidly decorated. Shivaji wore a weapon called Wag Nak, resembling a tiger's claw, on his left hand. Accompanying him were Jiva Mahale and Sambhaji Kavji. Initially, Afzal attempted to bring 1,000 soldiers with him, but Shivaji's representative immediately stopped him, stating it was against the agreement. Finally, Afzal brought only those he desired and approached the venue. Afzal reached the designated spot at Pratapgad fort. Shivaji too descended from the top of the fort. They exchanged smiles upon meeting. As they continued, they entered the elevated platform for the meeting. Afzal Khan stood on one side while Shivaji's aides were lined up on both sides. Seeing Shivaji, Afzal Khan, with his long arms, opened his arms to embrace him. Compared to Afzal, Shivaji was shorter in height. Immediately, Shivaji felt uncomfortable with his adversary's embrace. Within moments, Afzal Khan wrapped his arms around Shivaji's neck, holding him tightly. He also pulled out a dagger with his right hand and stabbed Shivaji in the ribs. Seeing this, Shivaji quickly placed his left hand on Afzal Khan's waist, unsheathed his Wag Nak, and disemboweled Afzal Khan. Shocked by this unexpected attack, Afzal Khan shouted, "Shivaji has attacked me! Kill him with one blow!" A fierce battle ensued. Jiva Mahale instantly killed Afzal's soldier, Sayyid Banda. According to one source, Afzal's guards lifted the severely wounded Afzal and placed him on a palanquin for care. Shivaji's soldiers swiftly attacked, severing the legs of the palanquin bearers and beheading Afzal Khan. The sound of a trumpet echoed from the top of the fort. Hearing this, the Adil Shahi army in the camp below panicked. Soon, the hidden Maratha soldiers emerged from all directions and attacked the Bijapur soldiers, creating chaos. While some Bijapur soldiers tried to escape, many recovering from initial shock began to retaliate. However, the situation was against them. According to British reports, though the battle was brief, 3,000 people were killed. The report stated, only those who surrendered and begged for mercy survived. Among the dead were Musi Khan, Hassan Khan, Yaqut Khan, Afzal Khan's elder son Fazal Khan, and Shahaji's brother-in-law Mambaji Bhonsle. The remaining soldiers, including Afzal Khan's younger sons Junior Randhola Khan, Amber Khan, and Junjar Rao Garg, were captured and imprisoned. In this event, 4,000 horses, 1,200 camels, 65 elephants, and 10 lakh rupees worth of treasure came under Shivaji's control. Furthermore, Shivaji provided pensions to the widows of his fallen Mawali soldiers in battle and financial assistance ranging from a minimum of 25 to a maximum of 200 Hans for the injured soldiers. He also enlisted all the sons of the fallen soldiers into his army and recognized the soldiers who fought valiantly in the battle with attractive rewards. Kandoji Kopde, who had betrayed Shivaji and fought against him on behalf of the Adil Shahis, was eventually mediated by Kanoji Jedhe. The Maratha Chhatrapati, valuing the mediation, welcomed Kandoji into his fold. However, this arrangement did not last long. One day, Shivaji summoned his aides and ordered, Capture that Kopde immediately and cut off his right hand and left leg. Upon hearing this, Kanoji Jedhe was shocked and protested, asking, My lord, what is the value of my mediation if it ends like this? To this, Shivaji replied, I did not kill him entirely solely because of your mediation. I only severed one hand and one leg. When I was fighting against Afzal Khan, wasn't it with these very limbs that Kopde raised his sword against me? Despite all his betrayal, I have not taken away his Watan, land. That privilege remains intact. The battle with Afzal Khan was one of the most decisive moments in Shivaji's life in the Maratha Empire. Afzal Khan, a commander of the Adil Shahi, had openly declared his intent to thirst for Shivaji's blood. Ultimately, only one of them could survive this conflict. In every phase of this confrontation, Shivaji gained the upper hand. The Maratha army, employing strategic warfare, smiled in victory against the powerful Bijapur army. Consequently, Shivaji's name became immortal in the history of the world. This event in Shivaji's life demonstrated that no matter how strong or influential the adversary is, a well-organized and strategically effective fight will always bring us the garland of victory.